How's it hanging, Razmanites? Sorry for it being a few days between videos. One, I got a virus, and two, I found out that a friend of mine actually wants to join me and do a joint review for one of the films that I saw in the cinema with Chris. So I'm actually going to be doing these episodes in a different order than I originally intended, because the joint review is going to be the second film that I saw in my 3-day marathon day. So today, in this episode, we're going to take a look at Kenneth Branagh's Thor. Today, on the Raz Man's Reality. Thor, of course, is the latest in the Marvel franchise in their runs up to the Avengers. You had Iron Man 1, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, and now Thor, which will be followed, of course, by Captain America. Now, as I said, the reason I don't do a lot of cinematic reviews is because I hate spoilers. And the next one's actually going to be far easier to do because it's a sequel in a long-running franchise. So the characters are going to be established, and that's all I'll say about it because I don't want to give it away. However, for this one, I do feel like I have to give a little bit of a plot summary or a little bit of a background, because Thor is somewhat of a lesser-known character than most Marvel characters are. Most people, including myself, had only ever read him in the Avengers. Once I heard that there was a Thor film coming out, when I got back into my Marvel reading kick, I purposely didn't read any Thor backstory because I wanted to go into the film fresh, which I actually think made this film better. But the basics of the plot are as follows. Thor is the son of Odin, who is the king of Asgard. Isengard, I think, is from another film. I'm not sure where I got the name from. If I think of it, I'll put an overlay. But yeah, he's the king of Asgard, which is a separate dimension from Earth. And Thor is his son. And he also has another son named Loki. So Thor is the one that rises to power, and he becomes next in line to take the throne. Well, Asgard's number one enemy is a race called the Frost Giants, and something goes wrong on the day that Thor is supposed to take the throne, and the Frost Giants get in to Asgard, and Thor wants to go after them, and Odin's like, no, don't go after them. Well, Thor defies Odin, and Thor ends up getting expelled from Asgard and ends up on Earth. And that is as much as I can say about the film without ruining it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but it's still being in the cinema. Also, sorry for any image shift there, as there was actually a power outage just as I was filming. That, coupled with a little mistake on my part, accidentally calling the race by the wrong name. So yeah, I had to restart my filming. Now, this is clearly billed as Chris Hemsworth's film, who plays Thor. And rightfully so, because he is the main character, and he does a tremendous job in the role. But he gets overshadowed, I think, a little bit in the film because of the cast that he's surrounded by. He has Anthony Hopkins playing his father Odin. He has an Academy Award-winning actress, Natalie Portman, playing his love interest Jane, and his brother Loki, played by Tom Hillinsworth, I think is how you say his name. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce it, I apologize. But he, to me, is the star of this film. And I think that this is his film. The journey that his character goes through in this film is definitely the most entertaining part about it. But again, I won't say anything about the film itself because of the fact that I don't want to give the plotline away with it still being in the cinema. But if you are on the fence about seeing Thor, I will say without one shadow of a doubt, go and see this film, because this was a great origin film and the acting in it is absolutely superb from everybody in it. It's humorous when it wants to be, and it really just was a great comic film. The only problem I had with it was the same problem that my friend Jack, Civilian Snowman, had in the film when he did his review. He talked about Natalie Portman's character, Jane, and how they just suddenly fall in love with each other, and it really kind of just doesn't have any backstory or any reason behind it. They just end up being together. And I agree, that was kind of thrown together and almost seemed like she was a pointless character, and they just had her character in there for her name value. Now, I'm probably wrong, because the character, Natalie Portman's name value, that is. Now, I'm probably wrong, because Jane is probably a character in the Thor comics. Like I said, I haven't read any Thor yet, but I just didn't really see the point of that character, and I thought the film could have done without it. Other than that, this is an absolute 4-star film. So if you're on the fence about seeing this, see it, because you will thoroughly enjoy it. In closing, I'll apologize for background noises. My mom was getting ready to leave for a wedding, and I hope you all enjoyed this review, and I'll see you next time. I'm not sure what next time will be. I'm not sure if it'll be that joint film review, or if it'll be Ryan Chataway, R. Chataway 87's package that I won from his contest, because that package was ordered today and could arrive on Monday. This is reality according to the Raz Man. And Raz Man style is not just a catchphrase, but a way of life. Well, Asgard's #1 enemy is a race called the Frostbites. And something happens and the Frostbites get in on the day that Thor is supposed to take the throne,